Welcome to the favorites presented by DraftKings. This is the Week 11 Sunday recap. I'm Stuckey, joined by Evan Abrams and Kendra Middleton. What a day in the NFL. Delivered pretty much the entire day. I don't know if you want to count the game in Spain as counting as delivering, but it went to overtime. It made the wait for the early slate a little less torturous, so I count it. That wasn't the prettiest game of the day. We had, what, 8 red zone trips with 1 touchdown, only 3 punts, yet it finished 16-13. Some coaching malpractice across the board, but it was fun nonetheless. We're going to get to all the games today. So much to talk about. Evan, I guess what we can start with goats and woats. Do you have a goat and a woat from today?
Hard not to be Carolina back over 500. Heck of a comeback. I don't think anything was really Bryce Young related, but I think as a team, Rico, the whole crowd, great for Carolina. And also JSN. I had seen 75 plus yards in his first 10 games. He's the first receiver ever to do that, 75 plus. So, and that one-handed catch stuck. That he just made that look so easy. What a crazy wide receiver. What a day. Crazy.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. The Seahawks get the cover, but not the
Yeah,
win. There's a couple key parts of that. So the Rams scored touchdowns. Part of that is their 13 personnel within the 10-yard line, the things that they can run off that with what Stafford sees the defenders doing when Adams is out, and then you have the 3 tight ends. Is like it's cheat code mode right now, and no one has been able to stop it. The Seahawks didn't score touchdowns until the end. They kicked too many field goals. Their defense kept them in it. Play of the game, though, coffin corner punt by the Rams in the final minute. Just a beautiful punt it's like those Madden games you used to play. Did you ever play the coffin corner
of
Madden games? And it just
course.
touched right at the almost at the pylon, bounced up and then out of bounds. And then the Seahawks just didn't have they did a really good job of getting it down there as close as they could, but the field goal was so long, they ended up missing it. Rams hold on for a huge win to take over first place in the NFC West. Kendra, I'll go to you. Your GOAT. I know it's not going to be anyone of the Chiefs. Our two kings and a queen parlay. You laughed at us for the Jags and Panthers. You went with the Chiefs. The Chiefs go down in Denver. Do you have a GOAT from today?
My woat is myself because I had my first losing day of the entire season. And not only was it a losing day, I went 0 for 4 and I ruined our parlay. So my woat is definitely myself. And my goat, I think I'm going to go with Bashal in. He had a hell of a day for the Jags, got them rolling early. It was good to see him kind of finally get the playtime that I think that he deserved. Maybe my goat's actually Liam Cohen. He called a really good game today. I have to be honest. I was very impressed with the game that he called. I
Back on
still
the
would.
bandwagon.
No, I'm not though. I literally was talking about this before you got on to the
Playoff
pod.
position. We're in playoff position
But
right
two
now.
games up basically on the Chiefs. They
Yeah.
lost. They're basically two
Well,
games
we
clear of the wild card.
Stucky, love you. Mean it. This is your first time being a Jags fan. This is your first time in Jags fandom. I know how this ends. I promise you. I've been here before. I have seen this. I know how this ends. Trevor Lawrence is going to throw some disgusting interception. The Titans are going to beat us. The Colts are going to beat us twice. This is just, I've been here before. I know how this goes. I've seen it happen for 30 years.
I think this year's different. The Jags now sitting at 6-4 on the year, 2 games clear of the Chiefs because of that head-to-head win. Coming up on the schedule for the Jags, the Cardinals, the Titans. They have 2 games with the Colts. If I had to guess, they split them. The Jets, the Broncos. It's pretty easy close to the season for the Jags. I think the most impressive part of the Jags win today. Not. I mean, it was dominant. It was the most dominant win of any team today by far. I mean, at one point in the second half, the plays were 34-4. Their run game completely dominated. The Chargers have struggled to defend the run all year. They weren't healthy. I mean, they went without their tackle. Strange didn't go. Thomas didn't go. Yeah, Tootin was incredible, and he got hurt. We'll see. But the Jags were far from healthy today. Their injury report ended up being extremely bleak, and they go out there and just kick the shit out of the
Jags just
Chargers.
own the Chargers.
Killed
They
them.
really do.
I was a completely dominant victory for Jacksonville. And yeah, we'll talk about, well, I guess, do you have a wote before I give mine, Evan?
There's just so many today. I feel like there was a lot of disappointing performances. Like I listed Herbert and Darnold, the Falcons in general, like McCarthy, the Cardinals. There was a lot of teams that just absolutely laid eggs today and looked terrible. But I guess Darnold almost won the game with 4 interceptions, which would have been Goff-like, but didn't happen.
Yeah, that's certainly worth mentioning that the Seahawks had a chance to win at the end with a -4 turnover margin and a million field goals. They were one
Yeah,
for four in the red zone, and they still had a chance to win. So, but it seemed like the Rams were well schooled in like jumping some of the routes that the Seahawks have been running, and then they flustered. Their pressure really got to Darnold. But I thought the Seahawks defense, all things considered, played very, very well. My GOAT, I'll go. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna go with Myles Garrett. Uh,
cool.
I had the Browns and had to hold on for dear life because Shador Sanders came in. By the way, I should mention Michael Penix also got hurt. That kind of changed the game a bit for the Falcons. Um, but Miles Garrett became the first player in NFL history with 12 plus sacks in 6 straight years. Never been done before. I mean, he has like 20 sacks over his last 4 games or something? He had 4 sacks again today. He was an absolute menace throughout that game. The Ravens offense was stuck in the mud until the end. Couple things worth noting in that game. The fake tush push, I don't know if I would have brought it out there. I mean, you need every win. So, it's just awesome play call, which basically won them the game. And I will say, tush pushes, you see it with the Seahawks do it. You saw Cousins sneak it. If you're not sneaking it on 4th and 1 or utilizing the tush push or practicing it, I don't know what are you doing. But I will say, Browns fans booing Gabriel and then he goes out. I don't think they knew how good they had it. It's weird to say about Dylan Gabriel, who's been one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. But Sanders finished 4-16 for 47 yards and a pick. He did complete the one pass that mattered when they were back. They needed to complete at least one pass to cover, and he hit Fannin. But there's a reason he's not starting. Like he has more tools, but like the rumors are he's not watching film. He can't read a defense, and you could tell that. I mean, if he starts next week, I mean, I think they play the Raiders. What is his pressure
Yeah,
to sack ratio is going to be like 60%, and he's going to throw picks. I mean, he should have thrown a pick six to Hamilton that got dropped. He threw a horrible pick early. He had a grounding inside the 5. Um, it was not pretty. Uh, I will tell you that that was the longest 15 minutes having a Browns +8 ticket when they're up 6 in the fourth quarter. It's the longest 15 minutes of my life. I was like, this is gonna go south somehow. But the Ravens hold on for a 23-16 victory, yet to 500 on the season, setting up some showdowns with the Steelers coming up that will likely determine the division. Steelers get the win. Defense scored a bunch of touchdowns. Bengals are a mess. Uh, Rodgers did get hurt. Rudolph came in the second half, acquitted himself well, but that was more about the Steelers' defense and just the Bengals being a complete mess. I will say my one big takeaway from the Steelers, Darnell Washington. Oh my God, get that guy the ball in space and he just ragdolls people. So Steelers get the win there. Kendra, do you have any takeaways from any other games or anything you wanted to mention?
I was just really impressed with the Panthers today. The Commanders bet that I sweat really ruined my day, set me off on a bad foot. I think JJ McCarthy sucks. I think the Packers are mid. That's kind of my big takeaway. Chargers are frauds. I still am impressed with the Seahawks, despite that we got vintage Sam Darnold today. 49ers
Chargers are
look,
frauds. You're out on your Chargers now. Just
yeah,
give
I
the
think
Jags credit. Say good job, Jags.
no,
You can do it. They won.
I can't
anybody
though.
who loses to the Jags are frauds, but the Jags can never be like good. That's how it. That's the negative attitude of the situation.
Well, maybe
You
the Chiefs are
guys,
frauds.
I'm a broken
35-6,
human.
Kendra. 35-6.
Crazy.
Yeah, but like the Jags own the Chargers.
I was impressed by the Jags. It was the best victory of
Justin
the day.
Herbert has never beaten the Jaguars.
I will say the Chargers offensive line, an issue. Going on the road. I mean, you look at their road performances this year with a beat up offensive line, barely beat the Dolphins, lost to the Giants, get dominated by the Jags. It's going to be a problem. You mentioned the Packers.
Wait, the Browns, they showed some fight today too, though. They shouldn't have lost that game. Your Ravens got
Always at
lucky.
home. Cleveland's
Always.
a better team, a different team at home.
Cleveland defense at
Wait,
home is a
did you
juggernaut.
guys here on the broadcast, this might have just been something that was driving me insane, but every time Red Zone went to the Browns game, there was somebody beating on trash cans loud as hell on the microphones. It was driving me so insane every time they went to that game.
Yeah, that I heard that. That happens at Browns. I've been to many of Browns games, unfortunately. The factory of sadness. But yeah, it was picking
Just the
up.
dog pound.
Uh the Mooney lot. I've been there many times. It's quite an experience. But yeah, you mentioned the Packers, they get a win over the Giants. The full Jameis experience. You had Jameis going for it on fourth downs, making incredible throws, and then it ends on a pick in the end zone, and then really ended when he fumbled when the game was already over. But Packers more injuries, more drops, but Love stepped up. That throw, the third down throw, then the Watson catch in the corner of the end zone, the 2-point conversion, which may or may not have mattered to some of you. I thought was impressive, but Jacobs goes down. I mean, this team is getting beat up and is going to be a concern, but they needed to get that win, and they did. What else? 49ers, Cardinals. I mean, do you want to look at a funny box score? Go look at the 49ers Cardinals box score. Jacoby Brissett sets an NFL record with 47 completions. The Cardinals outgained the 49ers 488 to 281. 7 yards per play to 5.4. They lose by 19.
I was
Why?
today years old when I found out Brock Purdy was a dad, by the way.
I didn't know he was a
There you
dad.
go. I
Me
didn't know that
either.
either.
Yeah, has a
New
kid.
new dad?
She's probably like 8, 9 months old. She was on the sidelines with him today. I was like, wow, aren't you like a little like I guess it's crazy to say that anybody who's in like a professional field is a little young to be a dad, but like no tea, no shade. Do your thing. I just was shocked to see that he had like almost a 1-year-old child.
I don't know how I missed that. So Purdy, I thought looked okay. I mean, how did they win by 19, getting outgained by 250 yards? Well, first play of the game, 98-yard kick return. The Cardinals had 3 turnovers, and they set a franchise record. There were many records in this game by the team that lost. An NFL record for completions in a game and a franchise record for penalties in a game. The penalty splits in this game, 17 for 130 for Arizona, one penalty. There's a plus 16 and penalty margin and a plus 3 turnover margin. That 49ers defense is still completely broken. Just had some turnovers today, but the Cardinals were moving the ball with throwing it to Wilson every play and McBride. Like they had no weapons out there, offensive line injuries, and they still were able to move it at will. I don't know what Saleh can do to fix that 49ers defense. And then Kendra, you mentioned McCarthy. Holy moly, that's my woe today. I guess the only time he's good is in the fourth quarter if he's playing the Bears. Is that it? Because I mean, he had a couple good drives at the end, but the first 3 quarters were a disaster.
I think he's bad. I think that, and here's the thing, I'm not the type to usually off the rip with I'm gonna call him a rookie. I understand that he's not a rookie, but he's basically a rookie. After someone's first season, you don't move on from them. You help them grow. You do all the things that you're supposed to do, right? He might be the type of guy that they move on from after one season if the way that he has looked when he's been in games continues. I don't know how you justify that moving forward because Justin Jefferson is also. Did you guys see how pissed he was today?
So frustrated. Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, we have to talk about Spitgate after this, you guys.
We also talk about the new rivalry in Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey.
That's
That's
Spitgate.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that we have to. That's I wonder if there's gonna be a suspension. I don't know.
Has to be. And here's the thing, the Patriots, we need the Patriots luck ranking, not just from an injury standpoint, but from the fact that they are also probably going to not have to face him next week because that's who the Bengals
Oh,
are going
that's
to
a good
play as the
point.
Patriots.
Like it matters. It's the Bengals. And yeah, that was what were we just talking about before then? Oh, McCarthy. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, like, how long of a leash do you give them? I mean, do you give him? I knew he was hurt. This is his first year. But look at what the Colts did. The Colts said you could just see it with Richardson. Now maybe they're seeing something different on the back end, and they're going to give him a little time. But the elementary throws that he wasn't making this. I mean, look, you could say he was playing some tough defenses the past weeks. This Bears defense is historically bad. And over the first three quarters of that game, there were guys wide open. There were balls that I don't think he knew where they were going. And it was as ugly as you will ever see. And in true Bears fashion, they somehow give up the lead to a quarterback that's playing that bad. And then they come back and win on a field goal. Bears games every week are absolutely insane. We have the Sunday Night Football coming up between the Lions and the Eagles. If the Eagles win, and they are favored, Bears all alone in first place.
Crazy. I
All
love the
alone in
I
first place.
love Caleb Williams. Not what he does on the
Ugh,
field. I just love him. Don't yuck my yum. Don't
ugh.
don't do that. I was gonna say I love Caleb Williams because of guys like you seeing that he's drinking matcha, and they're probably like, "Ew, that's I'm not gonna say it, but I'm not gonna drink it because Caleb Williams does that. It must be whatever girly." And so it's making matcha cheaper for the rest of us because matcha is at a premium right now because they can't keep up with the demand in Japan. So let me have my matcha. Thank you, Caleb Williams.
I've actually
This has
never had
nothing to do with
matcha.
matcha.
I've
Matcha's
never had
great.
matcha.
Matcha tea. It's really good. Bubble tea. Matcha's fantastic. I have a problem with a quarterback who runs in circles behind the line of scrimmage without his head up. Like Shador, basically. Shador is like 10 times worse than Caleb. Caleb is like or Shador is like his disciple. But they both do it. It's so frustrating. But aside
Yeah, I
from
mean he
that,
does bail too
playmaker.
often, but he's playing so much better this year. And I
Oh
mean the
yeah.
Bears
Ben
run game.
Johnson.
Yeah, the Bears run game is cooking right now in so many different facets. And I mean, that's been the difference. I mean, they've definitely been fortunate. I mean, the turnovers, that's not going to last forever. They get a couple more interceptions today. There was a fumble near their goal line that they recovered. And now they lead the league in interceptions with like backup defensive backs. I think they lead the league in turnover margin. They lead the league in defensive EPA gain from turnovers. Like, that's probably going to correct. But if you're a Bears fan, you don't care right now. And as of this moment, you are in first place. You are all alone in first place. And if the Lions go down, you'll be a game clear of the Lions. So another crazy, wild win for the Bears. And that game was super important for both teams. Like Minnesota drops to 4-6. You're in that division in the NFC. It's over. To have any chance, I mean, and with your quarterback play, you had to win that game. And the Bears to get to 7-3 for a team that might have some negative turnover regression looming, super important win because your schedule, you get the Steelers at home, winnable game next week. We'll see on the status of Rodgers, but you have the Eagles, the Packers again. You do host the Browns in there, but the 49ers and the Lions. So the Bears have one of the toughest remaining schedules of the entire NFL. Do we have a Brandon's usually hosting us. Do we have an ad read to get to? Someone tell me.
Yes.
Okay, let's throw it to Kendra for a quick ad read.
The Favorites podcast is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, and in partnership with DraftKings, Favorites listeners get a great offer. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 back in bonus bet if your bet wins, and 3 months of NBA League Pass to new customers. To get started, use promo code Favorites when signing up with DraftKings. That's promo code Favorites when signing up with DraftKings for 3 months of NBA League Pass and $300 back in bonus bets if your bet wins. The crown is yours.
All right, thanks, Kendra. A couple other games we didn't get to before we get to some Sunday night, Monday night talk. Texans win an ugly one over the Titans. The Titans did score a touchdown late to get a cover. Was that their Adam? Was that their first? Oh no, they covered against the Chargers at home, right? Are they 2-0 at
Yeah.
home? 2-0 against the spread at home? Their
Believe
past
they've
two?
covered back-to-back games for the first time since like 23. It's been a while, but yes, Tennessee gets in
Wow.
the door.
The point shaving operation must have been uncovered because the old Titans would not have scored a touchdown late to tie that game.
Calvin Ridley broken fibula too. They just announced, I believe.
Ooh, he's
Yeah,
done. His career's done. Has to be done.
I feel for Titans
Tough injury.
fans. Although I feel
But
for
why?
Falcons.
Why do you feel for those mayo-eating losers?
Titans, I mean, like, you got to go outdoors in the cold, like season ticket holders. It's
In
just,
the cold, it's Tennessee.
it's cold right now.
It is not that
Yeah, it's
cold in
not.
Nashville. Look at Green Bay Packers fans out there hammered with no
Yeah,
shirts
but
on
they
at
own the
Lambeau,
team.
and you
Yeah,
feel
they're
bad
owners at
for
least. And they win. They
Tennessee.
win games. The Titans, when's the last time the Titans won a game at home?
I don't care. Their fans are
2 years?
honky-tonk assholes.
I like Titans fans. Unless they're good.
This is a Jags podcast. You can't have it both ways.
That's fair.
The producer's saying it's 54 in Nashville. I know. I'm in Lexington right now. I shouldn't, but it can get cold.
Oh,
And
my
they never win
Lanta.
games. But I feel worse for Falcons fans if there are any, because they have hope and they just lose in now back-to-back overtime losses, and they're pretty much dead on the season. Well, any update on Penix, Evan?
I didn't see
I don't
anything
think
on
so.
Penix. No,
I didn't even see what the injury was. I just have it
I
written
thought
down.
it could have been shoulder, but I might have been
Oh
wrong.
yeah, it was shoulder. You're right. It was shoulder. So we'll wait on an update there. Oh, Bucks Bills, I didn't mention. Knee? Was it a knee? I thought it was his shoulder. Okay. Guess it was his knee. Um, what is the other guy? Oh, Bucks Bills.
Yeah.
Allen early awful pick when he just like two hand shoved it. You had a Hardman muff, and it looked like the Bucks were gonna luck another one, but Allen turned it on and he had a couple picks, but he was doing his thing at five. He had six touchdowns on the day, three
Yeah.
rushing, three
6.
passing, threw for 300. Baker, pretty underwhelming day again,
There
16
was
for
no
28.
defense played in that game whatsoever.
I mean,
Yeah,
Buffalo scored 44 and Shakir had 3 targets, 1 reception, was out there for like the entire time. Didn't even use him.
yeah, that was a
Crazy.
Allen flex game. I will say the Bucks do have because they've been missing Bucky Irving, but Sean Tucker, the Syracuse kid, he's giving them some juice in the running game. He had two touchdowns on the day, but the Bills bounced back at home where they rarely lose. I mean, it's like a once a year thing, and they get it done. So crazy day in the NFL, good finishes.
The P words could win the NFC South. I'm just saying.
The
Them or
Panthers
the
are now
Bucks.
what, a half game back?
Half game?
Half game back of the Bucks. Panthers next go to San Francisco. I mean, that's a winnable game. Um,
Ew.
and
If they were at home, yeah.
I mean that
More
49ers
importantly,
defense.
more importantly, the Bucks and Panthers still play twice. Like
Yeah,
there's still everything. Yeah.
and
Is
Bucks go to Rams next.
Yeah, but Bryce
Yeah.
Young definitely is not okay right now. And like, here's the thing: do I think that Bryce Young is like the saving grace of that team? No, it's obviously Rico Dowdle and parts of that defense, but the he's the best option that they have, and it's not even close. And I know that that's insane to say, but it is what it is.
All right, that's I think that's all. I think that's every game that we hit. Sunday night football. I don't have anything. Um, I'm curious to see like the Lions play calling change last week. How much of that was the Lions? How much of that was the Commanders defense? How much of the Eagles defensive improvements out of the bye and some of their additions during the bye were about them or the Packers injuries and their offensive issues? I don't know. It's a lot of uncertainty. I think line is about right. Maybe slight lean to Philly at home just with the better defense outdoors against Goff, but nothing big. Kendra, do you have anything here?
No, it's a waning crescent moon tonight and not a waxing crescent moon, so no Lions bet from me.
Okay. I know the moon haters will be
Jared
out in
Goff and the
full force.
moon.
She had to
Uh,
double check though, just to make
I
sure.
did. It's Jared Goff outside, you guys. Of course, I have to check the moon. Anytime it's waxing crescent, we do it. Somebody tweeted me and I was like, no, it's waning, not waxing. Okay. This is
all right, it's catching on.
gospel.
It's catching on. Evan, you got anything tonight?
I just like Amon-Ra. No Laporte out there. So touchdowns. I know Giffen likes first touchdown. I just think he's gonna get peppered a ton. So
All right, then tomorrow night we have to build our I even forget what do we call this anything? Or is it just our
DraftKings Monday Night Football Fast Pass Parlay. How about that? That's what it says here. We're gonna
okay.
go with that.
Ooh, the fast pass parlay. I like that. Can we say
All right.
that 5 times fast?
Our
Good try.
DraftKings. Yeah, no, I'm not. By the way, Brandon's not here tonight because he has a game, covers the Magic, which is why he isn't here. But I haven't had a time. I haven't. I'll write this game up. We came up with three before the show. Kendra, you're going with one that I don't mind.
I'm going Bowers anytime plus 105. He's now that Jacoby's gone, he's all that offense has other than Genty. And if Genty's not, it's the only option. It feels like it's almost a guarantee.
I mean, anyone to score against the Cowboys defense is probably not a bad option. Evan, you want to
Especially
give?
my king, my balding king.
Oh
And
yeah, he's
by the way,
beautiful.
Jacoby, you gotta like what you saw from Jacoby
I no,
from
because he
Jacoby.
didn't get in the end zone. He screwed me over.
You'll never find a way to appreciate the Jags.
No, I'm not jagging off tonight. I'm gonna cry
I
myself to
was on
sleep.
Twitter watching like Jags. I was like reading I was reading a reply to like an injury report. I was looking for an injury update on the Jags, and it was just all Jags fans, and they were just all being like, "We're gonna lose by 50. The season's over.
Welcome to Jags
Bench
Twitter, baby.
bench
You're in.
Trevor," and it was just going on and on. It was the most negative thing I've
Mm-hmm.
ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got your wish today. Trevor Lawrence
I mean,
did
the
get benched.
Jags can make the playoffs, and there's been no Travis Hunter, which is kind of sad.
Yeah,
That's not true. Apparently, there's a way he could play in the postseason.
in the
Oh,
Super Bowl, he'll be back for the
okay,
Super Bowl.
perfect.
Uh,
Yeah, two
Yeah, he'll be back.
ways.
He'll be back for the Super Bowl in 5 years. They do have the Cardinals on. Here's the thing that I do feel good about our Jaguars. Their schedule is so
positivity.
easy.
That's what I just said.
I
You have to be
know, but that's
positive.
the
And
only
they got
thing
a
I feel.
head-to-head in hand with the Chiefs.
We're gonna lose to the Colts twice, and we're gonna lose to the Broncos.
You're gonna split with the Colts.
The Colts haven't won in Jacksonville in over a decade, so there's hope. But
There's a lot of hope. Daniel Jones pumpkin game in Duval. Evan, what are the other two that we're going with?
I like Lockett. I know Jill's on that as well. Lockett touchdown. I mean, his snap count's just gone up the last 2 weeks. He's only out there to catch passes, and Pete loves him. So Lockett touchdown. And then Ashton Genty receiving yards. I liked over
That one I
16 and a
like.
half. Honestly, Dallas allows a ton of running back receptions, and he's going to be out there the entire time. This isn't a Mostert game, so give me Genty.
All right, there it is. Lockett, Bowers touchdowns, and Genty over receiving yards. That'll do it for us. We'll be back Tuesday and Thursday to go through the entire slate. Also, myself, Chris Raybon, will be back on Wednesday, the Action Network podcast. And that will do it for us. Thanks to Evan for joining me. Thanks to Kendra. Thanks to DraftKings. Good luck on all of your wagers tonight. Enjoy Sunday night football, Monday night football, and we'll see you throughout the week. Cheers.
love you guys.
Video.